Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Eustace Pharmer, and as always I hope you're doing well today. So I'd like to show you around a map called Zuidwest Friesland version 1 by Mike Modding. So this is actually a really nice map. It's got some older textures and things, but overall I really like it. It does have its few little oddities which I'll show you, but it's really not that big a deal, but I'll let you make up your mind for yourself. One thing I'm going to bring up though that some of you may not have known or have just learned the hard way, and that's going to be a concern on this map, just to let you know. With the FS17 game in general, whether it's the in-game stock map or modded maps, whatever, if you reset a vehicle that has grain in it, or a trailer that has any kind of grain or fruit in it, you will lose it. So when it resets, it will be empty. So that's something to keep in mind, especially on this map, and I'll show you why. Every single field is surrounded by irrigation canals. So this is not a public multiplayer map because it's surrounded by water. This is an island, and every field, there's one way in, there's one way out, and it's got these canals all over it. So you don't want the trolls having a field day with this. Now, for a single-player map, it's awesome. If you invite a friend on a multiplayer server or closed server, make sure they can drive good. If you're going to use workers, you're going to want to make a generous headland around your field before setting off that worker, because if they go in the canal, they're deep. The edges are steep. So you're not going to be able to wrangle your combine out of these holes. You're going to have to reset it, and you're going to lose whatever grain you have in the tank. So that's something to keep in mind. What else can I say here? Well, now there's little quirky things like this here. This is the pig yard, and there's no pig shed whatsoever. But that's an aesthetic thing, I guess. It's preferential. But I would have liked to have seen the little pig sheds here, or at least some kind of outbuilding here. And I did experiment, and you can put a placeable building over here, but you have to remove the trees, whether it be you cut them all down or go into the Giants editor and do it. You can do it that way. I would recommend Giants editor because you're going to also want to get rid of that little barbed wire fence that would be in front of the building. The same with the sheep yard. So that's the pigs, guys. And then right over here is the sheep. And it's right across the street from your main farm. And again, there's no outbuilding. But you can put, you know, a small vehicle shelter back here or something just for aesthetic purposes if you wanted to, if it bothers you. If not, well, hey, here you go. So now this is your main farm, as I said. And your silos are not here. Your silos are down here where this little gas pump is. Right in the corner of the map, and it's surrounded by field 88, 87, and 125. So here's the main farm. It looks like quite a hike, but it's actually really kind of not. So if you just come out of here, go down this road, you're going to come here, and then you got your choice. You can go left, up around this way, or you can come down here and go over this cool little bridge, and then you pull in over here. So either way, there's storage down here, and I'm going to show you. So, yeah, and while I'm in here, your sale points. Let's have a look. So here's the vehicle shop up here, and your vehicles do reset back here to the main farm. So that's nice. And then you have the station grain trade. So when you're pulling in here, to go over to the right would be the shop, and you'd pull in a gate over here to the left, and that would be where you sell your grain and your wool pallets over there. And then you have the station grain mill. And this is a pretty cool little area over here. It's got the windmills over there and everything, and a big parking lot where you can put a placeable item if you'd like more storage. I don't think there's a tremendous amount of storage on this map, but then again, you're not going to have a lot of huge equipment at all because most of the fields are pretty small. So I think the storage that it comes with is probably going to be fine for most of you. A person like me who has a little bit of a shed problem. I like to place buildings and stuff like that, so I might do it regardless. So there's that to keep in mind. And then there's a really cool island over here. Really nice. So we'll get into a little tour, show you here. So you get the sheeps, pigs, and the cows as standard. And then in your garage, you're going to get all of it is the standard equipment. So the small stuff, the traditional Dutzfar and the New Holland and the case, and then the small New Holland harvester and header trailers, little spreader, sprayer. This is a bit of an upgrade. Got the nice Pottinger butterfly mower that I love so much. Nice they start you off with a round baler, and they give you a little bit of a pickup truck here to drive too. Okay, so I'm going to do a flyover tour of this, if you don't mind. So let's go ahead and let's start down off of the back here. Here's that little island out there. Now you're going to notice here, and I noticed it on the Holland Landscape 2017 map, the textures. I think they might be a bit older, but as you see here, these are actually a little better than the ones I encountered on my Holland map. But when they're ripe, they will not go totally gold. So they'll be gold or dried out on the bottom, and you get green on the top. Okay, so we're going to come down here. So this is this silo yard, we'll call it, and that's where you'll obviously drop your grain off, and then you'll fill up over here. If you've got a big trailer, be careful you don't get caught on this ladder over here because you'll get stuck. I did it. So maybe I'm not the right person to have on your multiplayer session if you use this map, because I might hit the water once or twice. But it's really got a lot of charm to it. And one thing I love, and I don't know why I have such a fascination with it, but I love wind turbines and I love windmills. And this has got plenty of them. And I wish some of these little windmills were kerplunked down in his Holland landscape map. So you got the beautiful canals, and it's totally surrounded by beautiful water. Done very well, as you see here. So this is going to be a challenge of a map. And let me show you one other thing here. Okay, so as you see, all the field numbers are white, which traditionally means you do not own any of the fields. But on this map, at least as far as I can see, and I searched high and low, there is no way to purchase the fields. So I did a little experiment, and I went around and I plowed, cultivated, and sown some different crops and everything. You can work the fields just fine. So I guess in essence you do own all the fields. It's just not going to reflect that with the little bright green numbers that we're so used to seeing. So all the fields work as far as I know. I did a few, and like here, the ones you'll see, there's corn planted all over the map. And wherever you see that, you're going to see the planted potato texture, and then corn growing out of it. It must be something when they convert the map, because I've seen this on other maps as well. But it's nothing to concern yourself with. After you harvest the corn, once you plow it or cultivate it over, it turns just fine, and it does the appropriate textures for the crop. So no need to worry. The wind turbines do not generate any income. They're here purely for aesthetic purposes. So if you'd like to generate income from your wind turbines, you're going to have to save up and place your own. Now over here, this is the barn. So I'm assuming this is where you're going to sell your bales, and your loose straw and grass and all that. So you do that down in here. Really nice, and you probably have room for a placeable building over here if you need one. Okay, so off we go. So it's got some little bridges, and here's a tooth breaker right here. A little bit of a crease in the road there when you come on either way here. So something to keep in mind. Don't be barreling down here at high speed, because yeah, your head's going to hit the ceiling. Okay. Just run down through here a little bit. Now, there's the milk factory. It doesn't serve any purpose. Again, just like in most of the FS15 maps, it's just there for decoration and so forth. So, still nice that it's added, though. And I did not see a sale trigger of any sort here. So, and I believe the milk is automatically sold. We'll just double check. Put on my F1 here. Yeah, there's no triggers here, so. And I would assume because it's an FS17 map, you get that bright black and yellow trigger markers. So I got some roundabouts going on in there, and that's really cool. I like roundabouts a lot. When I was a kid, first ride I'd run for at the fair was the merry-go-round. And then your gas stations, nice. You don't have to worry about the gates. They're all open, and so you don't need gate triggers or anything like that. They're there for decoration. That was actually very nice of him to do. You don't have to worry about downloading any additional add-ons. And this is kind of cool over here in the corner. Little pond over here. But there's just something about this map. I love water. Like I said, I love turbines and windmills. I love the road system here. It's got a lot of interest. Even though it's totally flat, it's got a lot of aesthetic interest to me. And I think I'm going to look forward to playing this one as well. And I might even use it as like an extension to the Holland landscape map. And because they're kind of similar. Here's a nice place to put, you know, a building of some sort if you need to, or just park your stuff out there. But really cool. So when Auto Combine comes out, the proper version, that will do really nice in these fields here, because you can go around and create a you know, double pass and do a nice headland and then go up and down. And I don't think you'll have a problem with these fields. But you're going to want to keep an eye on it. So don't save your game too quick when you start out. Okay, so over here we have the station grain mill. And you pull in this way, and there's another little area to park. Drop off your grain. Now you're going to have to turn around in the grass here, or come up here and turn around, because you're not going to want to go any further, because as you see, there's quite a steep incline here. So there's really no proper road to turn around in here. So you can just kind of loop around this way and go back out. No big deal. So let's go ahead, and I'm meandering, just looking around here. Let's go ahead and go up to the vehicle shop. Here's your biogas. Here's the McLean biogas, and there's a place to sell your manure over there too. So you drive in there, you weigh in, do your business here, and then on your way out. So nice. And I did check the bunkers. They do function. So here's the vehicle shop, and that's where you'll find your little tedder and round baler. And it's the one from the Westbridge map, the little dealership. And then over here is the station grain trade and the spinnery, right here. So you pull in here, and then you can always turn around and pull out. And it looks like here, yes. Yeah, this is where you'll sell the pallets. So this looks like where you would sell your animals. You'd buy and sell your animals over here. I like that. One-stop shopping. So that's it for your sale points. So you got 1, 2 sale points for all your grains and so forth, and then, you know, 1 for your wool and animals, and then the barn for your hay and straw needs. So like I said, you can pull in there, then turn around and go back out there, or you can loop around this way, and you'll just be on the other side of the roundabout. So that's nice. This is a pretty good size field. So you have some decent sized fields, but you're not going to get anything massive. So you're going to be doing field jumping. So if that kind of thing frustrates you, this is not the map for you, because, you know, you'll be working for a few minutes in this one, and then you'll be going out the gate and navigating around and getting into another one. So like here with the corn harvest, this is not going to take long at all. You could probably harvest all this and all that in probably half an hour. But I like that. You can do as much or as little as you want in little sections. And it's just another unique way to play, I guess, for lack of a better term. Nice little beach area here. Come down here on your day off Come on down Sunday after church. Have a little barbecue on the beach. And the main farm is set up pretty nice too. This is your cow pasture in the back here. There's the watering trough. And then your cow shed. Then you some vehicle storage over there. And I don't think you can get into this building. I think this is decorative. And what does this say here? That's German. I don't read German. I attempt it, but I really don't. And there's where your mower and your sprayer is, and your windrower. And this looks like a vehicle washing station. Really cool. There you go. There's the washer. Let's see if it works. Let's put something in there. Okay, so the vehicle washer is just decorative. Let's see if we can place one in there. Okay, so sadly, you can place it just beyond it out in the grass. But you can't place it anywhere in here. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So you can reach all the way around. So that's good enough. Just a cool little feature. Good enough. And then you got your fuel over here. There's your manure for your cows. Some decorative bales, and they give you the manure spreader, which is nice. So, one thing I did notice is, and of course, I don't know if you would even expect it here, but there is no forestry on this map. So, I mean, not traditional forestry. You're going to see the deciduous trees here. So, yeah, you're not going to get traditional forestry here. This is, livestock and arable map. So if you like livestock and arable and you're not a big fan of forestry, this is the map for you. So like I said, don't be alarmed, when you see that you can't buy the fields, because you already own them. They just don't reflect so. So I hope you've enjoyed this little kind of haphazard tour, but I hope it's been informative nonetheless. And do give the map a try. And as always with the Mike Modding maps, you're going to have to go to his forum and register for the forum to download it. You can go and have a peek and read about the map without registering, but if you would like to have it, you're going to have to register. And once you register and hit the download button, it is going to send you over to fileupload.net or something like that. But this particular place, I only got one pop-up to whack down. So it was pretty painless. But sometimes it's a direct download, other times it's this deal here. I don't know what it is, but all the same, it wasn't a bad experience to download the map at all. It went very quickly. So do give it a try, and let me know what you think of it down in the comments section, please. And if you don't mind, if you like the video, please do hit that like button. It really helps me out a lot. And if you're new and just passing through, please consider subscribing. So until we meet again, thank you very much for tuning in, and take good care of yourself, okay? Bye-bye for now.